All right, Virgos, welcome to your March 2020 reading here at Peony Lore, where we try to help you find the beauty in all things. If you were with me last month during my inaugural launch, then you understand that the spread that I do is a 9 card, where we focus on your health in this first column. In the second column, we will talk more about activity and actions, and then the third column will be all about relationships, and each will break down. So the actions incoming currently, wow, not surprised. Okay, this last one is going to be inward self-talk. Okay, now we're going to work on the relationships, which is going to break down into your workplace, your family, and then your finances is going to be the last card for this base. Then we will go in with the tarot deck, standard tarot deck, specifically to hit every single card to see if there's anything else that I can pull out. And then your family and your finances will be souped up with the angel tarot. And then the physical body will be souped up by the angel therapy deck. And then we'll get an overall here from the Angels of Atlantis. But first and foremost, Virgo, there is so much energy that's going on here in the month of March. Not just for you, but for all different signs. That I will be back in a couple of weeks to kind of do a boost. So, you know, we're still in Mercury retrograde until the 10th when it goes direct. On the 9th, we have the full moon, which is in Virgo. And yes, I'm excited about it because Virgo is heavy in my chart. So I will take what resonates with me. But we have a couple of other big energetic things that are coming on. I'm just quick taking a look at my notes here. Yeah, we've got the equinox. Well, that's huge. That happens on the 19th. And then we flip into Aries season. And that's the beginning of the astrological new year. Then shortly after that, Mars goes conjuncts Jupiter. Then in the next day, Saturn goes into Aquarius, which is all about new karmic cycles. Then on the 24th, we have the new moon here in March. Then on the 31st, we have Saturn that conjuncts Mars. And then shortly after that, Venus starts to go into retrograde. So we have a bunch of stuff to get through. Okay, Virgo. So let's start with one, and then we'll go through the whole board here. In your thought space, your head, you are thinking victorious and successful thoughts. This is the equivalent to the 6 of Rods. And I say amen to that. It's good to be in that thought space, because what you think is what you attract, the whole law of attraction scenario here. In your heart space, you are looking for an opportunity to strengthen up your partnerships and your alliances. Now, this could be relationships, or this could be friends, this could be situations in work, but your heart really wants to do that, and you know, your emotionality of that whole law of attraction is going to help call that towards you, and that would allow you to be successful and victorious. Now, what's going on in your physical body, though? You've got the Trapped in Fear card, which is the equivalent of the 8 of Swords. So this is a lot of physical, mental headaches. Back of the head and the temples, I feel for some people blurry vision with the stomach ache. So that tells me that's oh my God, what do you call that? For the love of Mike and all that is holy. What do you call that when you're oh, for the love of Mike, I can't think of the word. Well, I'll think about it in a second. Watch, I'll be talking about something else and it'll pop out. So that from a health perspective is what I'm seeing for some people, or that capability for that to happen. So let's move on. Now, the actions that are coming in towards you, there is an activation of your base chakra that is going to take place. And if you feel like your chakras are already activated, then you're going to get a boost. There's a lot of light that's coming onto the planet right now. So every opportunity that you have to ground and you grab that new energy from the earth is something that's going to be beneficial towards you. But the base chakra is going to be lit up even more than it already is. Okay. Now, your middle card here is your outward communication. This is kind of the vibe that you're giving off overall. And what you have is the Chariot. So you've got triumph and success with what's going on here. And that's a beautiful thing. So you have two major arcana that's on the board. And you've got success sitting next to the Magician here. we'll go there. But, so this is beautiful. So it looks as though you're feeling victorious and successful. You're definitely going in the right direction. When it comes to that, like I said, you are going in the right direction. There does look like here there's an opportunity for some movement. And if that's creating conflict within your head, I just feel like my stomach hurts. Migraine. Oh, that's what you call it. So, migraines. If you have migraines, take actions, the things that you know how to do in order to circumvent that. The only other thing I know how to do is just sit in a dark room. And I do know that there's some tablets that you can take and go to your doctor. Like, I'm not a doctor, but go to your doctor if you are prone to migraines, in a sense. Okay. So, yeah, moving forward. Sorry. The inward self-talk, okay, as far as action, this is your subconscious. This is like Scorpio, Mars, Pluto ruled energy, okay? This is like your desires. This is where your manifestation is driven. This is sometimes where fear can be driven from too, which is again why I think the base chakra is here to help boost some of this stuff up. Your subconscious is looking for this information. It's the patience and planning card. So, there's nothing wrong with the Seven of Pentacles. That's what this energy is. It's the Seven of Pentacles. It doesn't mean that anything is broken. Things are in the works, but there's a little bit of tweaking and a few other things that need to come to pass before you would see the full Eight of Wands, or those, Pentacles, where you know that the mastery is there, or that those, depending upon the image of cards that you've seen before, those rods are blooming. Not rod meaning wands, but I've seen some cards with some pretty interesting things on them. Moving forward. little bit of work. So maybe you're saying that you believe that you physically need a little bit of work done. Could be exercise. It could be making sure that you're taking care of your health. I say that because I see that the rest and rejuvenation card is sitting right next to it. So perhaps you're subconsciously recognizing that you need a little bit of rest and relaxation. But traveling back up the board when it comes to work, we've got the Six of Rods here. This is actually, the Six of Swords. I beg your pardon. This is moving forward. And this card, it's called Moving On. It's talking about coming out of the traditional deck with the swords and the people in the water, and it's like moving out of troubled waters. But this is saying that you're moving past whatever had been a challenge for you in the past. Okay, so that's in the relationship of your work house, which is great. Because if there was an argument, an issue, a kerfluffle with someone that you work with, or some just other challenges, you got to allow yourself to kind of move past that. It's going to be the best thing for your mental health to get into this victory and success area. Okay. Now we move into the relationship with family, and right now what we have is the Magician. So the Magician obviously is a beautiful card to get. That is, Gemini, Virgo energy. Communication, socialization, networking, travel, knowing, internal knowing, just knowing that things are going well. At its worst, can kind of be a little bit of a dipshit. But I'm not seeing anything that's overly scary here. But I would just say be aware of your communication within your family, more so than anything else. And especially if you're kind of, and I'm seeing this is kind of all over the place. There's a little bit of everything going on here, Virgo. And that's okay, but just be cognizant of how you're speaking to people, and especially those in your family. Your excitement is going to excite some people, but it's not going to excite everyone. And if people aren't feeling excited about you feeling excited, then, it can create a whole thing, and it doesn't need to be that. Also, we're still in Mercury retrograde. So you just still have to be cognizant of how you're communicating with people in general, but especially the people that you're with in your family. And if you're not married and you're single, your family could be, you could be a single parent. Watch how you're communicating with your children. Watch how you're communicating with your parents. If you are not in a living situation with someone else, just watch your communication with, in general, with those people that you would consider to be your close family, those people that you're adopting as your own family. Okay. Now, what we have next here is the financial area of relationships. And what we have here is the Four of Swords. So what I'm getting out of this is really that the rest and the rejuvenation with regards to your finances means you just kind of maybe need to take a look at your spending just a little bit, and kind of rest on, overspending where you need to do that, or think about the things that you really, in the other light, think about the things that you really do need and put some thought into the things that you really need and plan. Patience and planning. So we're going to go across now. So your thought process, wanting to be victorious and successful, knowing that you're going to have some base chakra activations that are going to come and help with that root. Base chakra is the same as the root chakra with, your basic foundations, house, car, all the material things that you need, your physical things, how you relate to resources in general is all base chakra, okay? And making sure that you are making the best decisions to move on in the best light within your workspace, okay? Your heart really is looking to have strengthened up partnerships and alliances. Outward communication is that you feel that you're triumphant and that you're moving in the right direction. That's a huge major arcana card, and there's a reason that it's on the board with your outward communication. It's there for a reason, so you are justified in that. So wanting to strengthen your partnership, moving forward in the right direction, again, with your family, have awareness of how you're communicating. Use those magi skills to their best ability. Use all of them. You've got all the elements there to make the magic happen for what it is that you need to do. Again, physical body, I feel migraine is a huge part of it. I know that visually that's kind of what it looks like, but I feel a lot in my stomach and like I want to be in the dark and my head hurts like right here. So I think migraine. If you're not susceptible to headache, just be cognizant that your body will hold, negative energy in spaces depending upon kind of what's going on with you. And you should be thinking about making sure that you take that rest and rejuvenation. So if you're thinking that you're overspending, if you're thinking that you might need to spend something, don't spend too much time overthinking things. Analysis paralysis does not serve you. It doesn't really serve anybody. Your earth and energy is really where you need to be right now. And I think that you have a capability of getting there. Internally that patience and planning is what is required. Okay, so that is the base card. We're going to go in now with our Steampunk Tarot deck, and we're going to get a clarifier on each of the cards before we go in with a further clarifier on family and finances with the angel cards. So universe, let's get another indicator here for our Virgos for March before our moon comes to us. Woo! Quick. All right, so victory and success is followed up with the Justice card. That's beautiful. In order for justice to show up, you have to be at a position where something is going to turn around, something that was you were judged harshly for, beg your pardon, that's not supposed to come out, or a decision that you were not necessarily, how do I say this? You didn't necessarily think that you had all the facts for, but that the universe is there. We got two, so no, they're telling me no. Hang on. I'm going back to this, but justice will be on your side in order to make sure that you become out victorious and successful. So continue to call on those things that are just. Partnerships and alliances is supported by the Five of Pentacles. The King of Cups is supported by yeah, you need to drink more water. That's kind of what's going on. Now, the base chakra is very interesting because I'm being told that this Six of Wands is the Six of Wands here. So your base chakra is very much looking to get a little bit more grounded in making sure that when you receive this justice that you are, you're grounded with this judgment that's coming towards you, this justice that's coming towards you, this benefactor that's coming towards you. You will be seen head and shoulders above the rest. Just make sure that you are grounded in that energy is what I'm getting. So the partnerships and alliances is very much financial, coming through with the Five of Pentacles. Understanding, and now in this particular sense, this is what your heart wants. You want to come out of the cold, and you want to be feeling as though you've got more of this coming forward. I'm going to draw another card. I'm being told draw another one to help specify and pull that detail out of the back. But, you know, the Five of Pentacles, even if you're looking at the negative aspect of it, I guess, you know, there's no negative positive. But as you're looking at the positive, this harsher version of it, you do realize that the Five of Pentacles in the back are the miracles that are happening for you behind the scenes that you have no clue about. Your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your, you know, the Lord and the Lady, doing all the different things in the background that needs to be done in order to get you to that next spot. I am told that there's another one that's going to come to help me understand this piece for you, Virgo, but let's give it a half a second here. While that one comes out, what I do see is that the Ace of Swords is sitting here on top of the Triumph cord, so that is huge. That is a huge, huge blessing. That is given the ultimate weapon, if you will, clarity. It's just extreme clarity, and you need to wield that sword with ease and grace. It can just as easily cut somebody to the quick, and nobody wants to feel responsible for hurting somebody else. You know, wow. Okay, well, they want to speak, so this is where we're going. Which one? The bottom one. There's that Eight of Pentacles right there. That's what you want. So you want to have more strength in your partnerships and alliances, where in the past you felt as though there were things that were going on that you couldn't control. Well, you couldn't. But what's going to happen is that the Eight of Pentacles is going to show up for you in your heart of hearts. That's exactly what it is that you're looking for. So congratulations on that. I love that. I'll take a piece of that myself. Okay, let's get some other clarification for this inward self-talk here for the Seven of the Seven of Pentacles, this patience and planning. There it is. Well, there it is. Well, we've got the Ten of Swords, but we've got it in reverse. So what this is telling me, and it's rightfully so, if it was upright, it would say it's the end of the situation. It's not upright. It's upside down. It's in reverse. This is the first month that they've really been hitting me with making sure that I get into the reversals just a little bit more. Visually, I think it really helps people understand that you're not quite there yet. It's almost over. It's almost done. There's just a little bit more work that's coming. These works that are in the background, okay? But the 10 coming quickly, it's going to happen. So in the meantime, we've got the Six of Swords in the relationship house of work. Let's understand what's going on at work, please. Can I get a clarifier on that Six of Swords? No, I want it to pop out, please. Don't get caught on my ring. There it is. That down. Doodly-doo, doodly-doo. Ah, I love it. It is the Chariot. So you've got the Chariot on top of moving on. So there is a victorious feeling that's coming here. You've got the Triumph. You've got the Chariot with the Chariot. If you're planning on, or if you've contemplated going to a new job, going to a new direction, going to a new department, this is a great time to do that here in March. I might want to wait until, you know, might want to wait a little bit. If you accept the new job offer that has been given to you, then obviously there's going to be a little bit of time. Yeah, because before you've had to feel as though you were having to be patient about this. You had to be patient about something. Another, they're saying. All right. Well, there it is. You got the Six of Swords on top of the Six of Swords. So this situation is done. You're moving on into a new direction. The Chariot is here to support you. This is absolutely right. Where you had to stand your ground before and be patient, now is the time to move on. So the universe is blessing a thought process, whether you're taking this new being provided a new job opportunity, or a promotion or something else. This is absolutely the right time. Let's move down now to the family sector with our Magician. having all of the essential elements to create what we want. What do we want to create? Oh my God, we want to create the Ten of Pentacles moment. Hallelujah. Can we just say that out loud? Yes, the Ten of Pentacles. Who doesn't want all of the things? And you can have all of the things. This is exactly what you want, can absolutely come to you. Use your magician skills to bring this information towards you. Now, let's talk about these finances really quickly. Ten of Pentacles very much can mean of receiving some sort of beautiful reward. Whoopsies. What do we got here? Okay. So we've got the Lovers. And I think what's kind of interesting, and kind of in a sense feel like those should have been swapped a little bit. But what you want is going to come together. So the Lovers doesn't necessarily mean always two people. It can mean your higher self connecting with you in that kind of a vein. But with the Lovers showing up, this is a decision that needs to be made, which is why you're being asked to rest on it a little bit. You're being asked to rest so that you can be in the best position to make a decision. Okay, let's move forward now with the Angel Tarot deck to specifically get an additional card for family and for finances for our Virgos for March. We got a lot going on here this month of March, universe. Let's see what we can help provide. Family for Virgo. Family card for Virgo. There it is. Six of Abundance. I love it. You've got an unexpected gift coming. Accept it with gratitude and humility, knowing that you'll have a chance to return the generosity. This is beautiful. You have abundance coming from places known and unknown. Six of Abundance, 10 of Abundance, gratitude. That's all I can say. 9, 10, 6. That's just gratitude. You have to be grateful. You have to be grateful for what it is that you have so that you can continue to receive, be in that energy of receiving. And here is our, oh my God, you got the Magician on the Magician. Well, almost. You got the Manifest Your Dreams. So wherein this card was telling us to rest and rejuvenate, and this one said that you had a decision to make, they're asking you to take the first step towards something that you want to see changed, even if it's a teeny tiny step. And then notice the signs that are guiding you in the right direction, as well as the resources, because you will be miraculously supported. Again, there's another card they said, again, draw again. Okay, all right. Draw again. There it is. Goodness gracious, the Three of Action. Your ships are coming in. Things are working out beautifully. Now that your ship has come in, it's time to decide what your next big project is going to be. You may choose to continue to build upon your success or move on to something completely, entirely different. Be willing to travel if necessary. Hallelujah again. You don't need to stress yourself out about anything because the universe is working in your favor to make it happen. I love this. I absolutely love this. This has been a very powerful reading. I'm going to go in, though, just to see what the angels would like to say about this trapped in fear. I feel, again, it's headache, it's migraine. King of Cups. We're not drinking wine right now. We're talking about water. Emotionality. Allow yourself to be emotional. Allow yourself to cry it out. If you need to cry it out, get it out. Restore yourself. Well, this is interesting. I love this one. So what's actually coming up here in the physical body, this is the goddesses. This is the goddess card itself. Embrace your divine feminine. Bros, you have divine feminine too. Express your divine feminine energy. Embrace its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. So nurture yourself. That's exactly what they're saying. Nurture yourself. Take care of yourself. Take a break. Cry it out. Make sure that you're eating and drinking enough water. I just keep getting told water, water, water. Again, I'm feeling headache, migraine going on with that. If that doesn't happen to be something that you experience, then good for you, but still good advice to take. But at the end of the day, any situation that you're not being truthful and emotional with will bottle up in your physical body. I think most people know that. So, Virgo, this is huge. This is going to be so on point when we do this follow-up reading here in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be so excited to do that. Right now, we're going to go and try to top this one off with the Angels of Atlantis. Which angel would like to step forward and speak to our Virgos? Look at this. This is so beautiful. I love this. Virgos for the month of March here, 2020, knowing that we've got our full moon coming up shortly. I'd do some moon magic, people. Seriously. All right. Nope, it wants to be this one. Thank you so much. Oh, wow, look at that. Archangel Raphael is talking about communion. So Archangel Raphael is the healer. He is the one that can help with your physical body. He is the one that can help with beautiful thoughts. He is the one that can help manifest physical things that you need, in a sense that it's helping to support a new direction, a new flow, a new growth. So communion, this is what I'm getting out of the communion. If you have the opportunity to rest and rejuvenate and think about the different things and come up with a plan, you can be the magician with the awareness of the right next steps to take for you. And all you got to do is just ask them, what is the right next step? This is a lot of information for me, but if you need to take that knee, ask them to do it. This patience and planning is not there as a mistake. It's there for a reason. It's like, okay, now you've got all these things that you know are coming. Take a minute. Be emotional. Let old stuff go so that you can let new stuff flow to you. But ask Archangel Michael to help you be in communion with that next best thing for you. Wow, Virgo, this was a really fantastic reading. And again, I'm excited to do the follow-up here in the next couple of weeks. If for some reason this one didn't quite resonate with you, that's totally fine. Take what's for you and leave the rest. Perhaps take a look at your sun sign. Perhaps take a look at your ascendant moon. I'm not really sure where you're coming at from this particular piece, but take a look at it. But Noah will be back in the next couple of weeks to try to do a little boost. And otherwise, Virgos, I hope that you really do enjoy the fact that we have a full moon that's coming in Virgo, which is going to help change some things. And like I said, I just feel that it's important to let you guys know that that equinox, when we move into Aries season, it really is going to start to change the... it's going to start to shift a lot of different stuff. It is the astrological new year itself. But then, you know, within a couple of days after that, we are all going to have a change in our karmic cycle with Saturn going into Aquarius. So I just want you guys to remember that, be aware of that. And for now, I hope that the beginning of March turns out wonderfully for you. We will see you very, very soon. Bye for now.